the current state of dating. So like, I think that I have a unique experience when it comes to dating or whatever the hell you call it nowadays, whatever it is. Because I lived in multiple states and I seen similar effects. So before COVID, I dated a lot. I liked dating. I liked the hunt of finding somebody and getting somebody out on a date with me, and seeing if we vibe or whatever. I used to like get excited about it, you know what I mean, meeting somebody new or whatever. And I'm not gonna lie, most of all my encounters of dating has been through dating apps. So, I mean, I think that's just because I'm an introvert. Especially back in the day, I was too busy to go out. I don't like to go out anyway, like to the bar or nothing like that. But, being a full-time dad and, working full-time, my kids were a little bit smaller when I was doing all that, but let's just like, and I probably shouldn't even been dating at that point. I really didn't have much to offer. It was just something to pass my time, and like entertainment effect, whatever. Just meet new people, whatever. Obviously, I like women. But I think what really changed for me was the HIV scare. Thought I had HIV, and then passing it on to somebody I really cared about. That's why I was like scared the hell out of me. Me getting that is just kind of like, at this point in my life, if I was to get HIV or cancer, it's kind of like, dude, I've lived a good life, man. I'm over 40s. My kids are raised now. They're both over 18. I still need to help them out, and be here for them to help like solidify them to have a strong future. But we have to, like, I don't mean to sound doomer or nothing like that, but it's just kind of like, I don't want any more kids. I can't have any more kids. So for me, like, there's not really, like, I've had a good life, man. So if I was to get taken out right now, it's kind of like, cool, man, cool, because it's pretty much just suffering for me anyway. So when you just kind of like suffer, and I don't want to complain. I don't mean to sound complainy, but it's the truth, man. Whenever it seems like you just keep suffering, and you're fighting for just scraps of trying to like scraps of, well, when you work for something, you do it because you get a reward. Well, when you're fighting and you barely get any type of reward for anything you do, it's kind of like, what's the point of this shit? But it's just, yeah, I don't mean to sound doomer. I'm definitely not gonna hurt myself. I'm just kind of like, I don't care about myself. The idea is passing on somebody else that I cared about. But I don't want to be out here hooking up with a bunch of different females like I was before. I was bad before. I'm not gonna lie, I was bad. Degenerate, horrible. Was not smart of me. Didn't put myself in good positions. But I think the current state of dating right now, and I've seen this in multiple effects, especially in the dating sites, because like, I guess that's really the only place you can meet females anymore is on the dating sites. Well, what I've noticed is like, they're pretty much not available no more. And this is from multiple states. Same thing. You know, you go up on the internet and you go on some type of dating site, and it sucks, like, that's the only place to meet, because I don't mind going up to a female, talking to her, you know, trying to get her to hang out, you know, see what happens. I don't mind that. I don't mind that traditional trying to do that. But like the way that females look at men nowadays is they don't respect us, and I don't blame them, because of all the simps that keep simping on them. But the thing is, where was I going with that? I just think that females just aren't interested, really. Like, they might be, but they're not. And they're definitely not interested in just having one man anymore. And I'm not interested in competing. I'm not gonna compete. I can't compete with the internet, man. I just can't. I'm a regular guy, and for me to compete with the internet, like, I would have to be that top 1% to even think about competing. And even at that point, like, you're kind of like, you look at people like famous athletes, and you know, these strong males who have high status, they got a ton of money, and they still, like, they're simping over these females, like these females have more value than they do. And it's kind of like, I think it's like, this is just my intuition speaking, okay? It's kind of cringe to go up and talk to a female anymore. It really is. Like, they don't know you. They kind of probably feel like on guard, threatened, and they view a lot of men as creeps. So it's like, I already have this mentality, like, why am I gonna approach this woman when I already feel like she probably 80% already looks at me like I'm a creep, doesn't have any value. Society is like sitting here looking down on me because I'm a white male, and I don't want to be that. I don't want to play that victim. I'm not trying to play that victim, because I'm battling through it pretty well, like getting through it pretty well, considering like how valuable I am to society, and it looks at me like I'm a piece of shit. Now, when I say this, I'm not just speaking for myself. I'm speaking for a lot of men out there that can probably relate to what I'm talking about. You work a regular job, you have a stable life, you're a good person, you're a law-abiding citizen, yet society looks down on you. But if you weren't out here doing these tedious, dirty jobs, society would fucking die. And it just like hates on you. So it's just, it could be like a very it's like demoralizing, man, like constantly demoralizing. And then you get these females who, a lot of these females have these huge egos because of these simps on the internet, and then it's like they call you insecure when they're sitting here with all this makeup on. You don't even know what they really look like, but they call you insecure. It's kind of like, dude, look at you, man. I'm not out here with being fake. Because if you put on all that makeup is cool if you, like, you know, it helps, like, it makes you feel good. But if you have too much of it on, it just makes me unattracted, honestly. Like, if you want to, like, prop up a little bit, like, that's cool. But when a woman wears a ton of makeup, and I've seen this with my ex-fiance, is like, it's like the type of person she was without the makeup, and then when she puts the makeup on, she has like all this confidence, and she's just like a diva, a completely different person. And a lot of these females have this complex, and putting all that makeup on is like bad for you. There's like a lot of toxins and bad for your skin, but they keep on doing it. And they're afraid to show their real face because they're just average. Like most females are just average. But the problem here in dating is like women just aren't really into dating. I mean, you know, you go on the dating sites and it's so sad to see all the single moms. Like it's so sad because I don't feel bad for the moms really. I feel bad for the kids. That's where my heart goes out. Unless like the mom, like she loses the husband, he passes away or something, yeah, I feel bad. But like she picked him. Like people need to do a better job of picking people, or they're gonna go into a business decision, because that's what this is, you know, when you get married, it's a business decision. So you want to make sure that you pick a good business partner that's gonna help build, not take away. So yeah, it's just like, I just think that a lot of females just aren't available. I don't have any, you know, I was seeing like these videos a couple of years ago, and it's like, when it gets hard, all these females that you used to talk to are gonna start coming back. My experience, they don't. And I think that most females have like their dude, you know what I mean? Like they have their stable guy, and I think that a lot of them are just in a relationship. And I think that there's a lot of stuff that's on the internet that's just, I think that people perceive as reality, like the current state of things, how it is, but it's just their perception of how things are in the world. It doesn't necessarily represent the masses, because when you come off the internet and you go out and you see all these families and these people together, and people in relationships, and yeah, marriage might be down, but it doesn't mean that there's not a lot of relationships. Whether that's a monogamous relationship or an open relationship, people are still engaging in relationships. But there's less. I think that females, since COVID happened, I think that really stopped them from going on the internet. And plus, like, I just don't think that they are really that interested. I just think that they just don't really respect us. So for me, you know, and it's demoralizing for me, because I've put all this work in on myself, and I put in all this work to understand females and female nature and all this stuff, and it seems like it's for a waste, because it's like, for me, you know, I'm not like a guy that's like 5'8" or something, because I know that height's a huge thing. I'm 5'11". I got a full head of hair. You know, I don't have abs or nothing like that, but like, you know, I'm about 185 pounds now. So I mean, I have a couple pounds to lose, but you know, compared to most men my age, you know, I'm good. So I have a job, and I have a car, and I have my own place, and you know, I meet a lot of requirements, and like I said, I'm 5'11", not quite 6 foot, but it's just right on that borderline. And what I see in the 3D reality is most females just aren't into me, man. They're just not into me. Same thing with the online dating. They're just not into me, and I used to do pretty well. On the online dating, and that sucks, man. That really sucks, because there is females that I see that I would like to go up and talk to in the 3D reality, and you think like, okay, maybe people just aren't on the internet as much, but then you see everybody on their phone, like, especially females. So it's kind of like, it's just at this point, and it might change. It might, you know, like, okay, so I think that what I think is gonna happen if we go to a war, and we have to have a draft. This is what I think is gonna happen. If women start getting drafted, they're gonna be very aggressive to get pregnant. because they don't want to get drafted. So they're going to start getting really aggressive to getting guys get them pregnant. That's a huge possibility. Because if you're a female, you're naturally a feminine woman. And I think this is for a lot of females who are single, is they pretty much have to be in their masculine. You got to be in your masculine if you live on your own, pay all your own bills. You're the man of your life. So, I just don't think that they're, they still want their 50 Shades of Grey guy, whoever they're attracted to. Back in the day, back in my day, it would be Brad Pitt or George Clooney. I don't know who they like now. Was it just some whatever celebrities? I don't know. Of course they want that. They want their Prince Charming, but it's just sad, especially like when I go up on there and I see so many heavy females, and I'm sitting here just hitting swipe left, swipe left, swipe left. You don't show your figure at all. Like I don't need to see you in booty shorts and nothing like that. But it's just like when I said the other day that my standards have dropped. If you're thin, and I used to like girls with the big booties. You know what I mean? And now I don't even care about that. It's mostly like they're not fat. You're not fat? Okay, you're pretty much in. You don't even have to be like that pretty. That's what I'm saying, my standards have dropped. And I don't mind dating somebody older than me. Like, even 10 years at this point, if they're thin and they look relatively young. But that's how, like, bad it is, for like average men. So, like, if you're an average dude and you're out here trying to fucking date, you are fucked. And then it's like they just don't want you. They don't want, their standards are so high and our standards are so low. This is unsustainable. We cannot sustain this. And it may be just me, maybe I'm wrong, and my perspective is completely flawed and everything's great. Dating's never been better. People are extremely happy. Like, it makes me wonder, like, okay, so, when you hear these guys, oh, you put all that work in for yourself. Yes, you do it for yourself. But you still like that validation. You still like the attention of females being attracted to you. And that comes from your ego. But ego helps you, is good if you can control it. It helps you dig deep. It helps you get results. But there is this like with dating, it's just like, it's not good for women, it's not good for men. Women are on constant guard. Like, one of the big things that I like to do and say is, see women in I've hung out with plenty of women in my experience with women is they like their butt spanked. Not like some of them might like it harder than others, but it's just like the little, like, they like that attention, you know what I mean? So, like, and this really did good for me in the past. Like, I say something like, oh, I'm gonna put a couple of red handprints on your booty, and then like they would engage and they like that. And this is online dating, you know what I mean? But if I do it now, they automatically think I just want to have sex with them when I'm just playing, because all these guys are just trying to get laid. That's their primary goal. And I think that's and females might not either use dating apps, or just like, that's another reason why women aren't interested in it, because guys are immature, don't want nothing serious, they just want to bang and that's it. And that's like the part of the male problem is we look at females when it comes to the looks, like a new toy, like when you meet somebody new, and that's why we're like so interested. But there's a problem, is we like variety, so that's why men have cheated, and that's why men have been weak in the past. They've been weak in the past, and they, like me, and indulge into that type of behavior by sleeping with multiple women, a bunch of different women. Because like, I've been with females before, and in a adult manner, and then I'd be thinking about other women. So it's like, we like variety, but not being able to control your sexuality as a man and stick with one person. I know it doesn't feel natural as a human, especially for a man, but if you're trying to have a serious relationship, and a lot of females want some type of serious monogamous relationship, because that is the best to raise kids, is to have the nuclear family, mom and a dad. Strong masculine male leads the household, and then you got the female feminine energy that brings everybody together, glue to the family, makes everything feel like a home, makes the home feel like a home. So it's really at a sad state, and I'm not sure if it's gonna get any better, because with our economy, people don't have the money, and like, I really don't have the desire that I used to date. Like, for me to even want to get up and meet somebody, like go somewhere, and then go through the charade of trying to get to know them, and like, it's just like knowing that they'll probably, it just kind of seems like a waste of time dating anymore. Yeah, you still have that desire, because you still want connection with the opposite sex, but maybe it's because I'm an old man, I don't have that excitement. But I think that it's the reason I don't have that excitement is because when I go up and I see so many people who are not attractive to me, like females who aren't attracted to me, whether it's in the 3D reality or on the internet, and then when I see somebody who is decently attractive, knowing that I'm competing with like hundreds, if not thousands, of men on the internet, I'm just a regular guy, I can't compete with that. And they might actually be in my sexual market value level. Even mine might be slightly higher. But since they get so much validation and attention from men on the internet, it don't matter. I don't have no status. I don't have any high status. So, and I'm not rich. So it's just like, you're having a lot of guys just give up. And I don't blame them. I really don't blame them at this point. And I think that you want to set yourself up good, because I think that in the future this will reverse itself. Because when times get hard, and we're bringing all these fighting age men here that don't that just come in here illegally. We're letting them come in here, and they're not used to the way our culture is over here. These men maybe not working. These men aren't getting laid, or they don't have a partner, so they might get aggressive. They might, their crime might go up. And then it's no longer a luxury because like it just seems like for females, it's kind of like it's a luxury to have a man there to protect them. They're fine right now. So yeah.